We have started Oathbringer today, my first on my TBR. I was about to start it yesterday, for real guys. I was going to start it on the 31st. But when I started the audiobook, he was mentioning you should probably read Edge Dancer before because it comes between. So I did that instead. And I listened to Edge Dancer last night and finished it. And I'm really glad I did. It definitely brought to light another character that we only saw a little bit of at the end of book 2. And she is quite an interesting character. And this morning I started my audiobook for Oathbringer while at the gym. Perfect, gym workout thing. Yeah, but I've made it now to chapter 4. And some of the scenes from the past, from Eshonai's perspective, and the way it showed Gavilar is a little weird. I'm just gonna say that. We know he wanted to bring back the listeners' gods because he had this plan for his actions, but the things he said about bringing back their gods to bring back Gavilar's people's gods, I don't know. I think he was trying to provoke it. I kind of think he thought his death would bring everybody together, but he should have also, from his research reading, thought that by doing this it would have sped up what was coming. And I say sped up like it didn't still take 6 years. In chapter 3, we were 34 years in the past, though, where Dalinar was conquering some other principality. So, yeah. And it's Wednesday, and the monthly tornado testing is happening. So I'm going to cut it off now because that's... Okay, so I've made it to chapter 11. I really enjoyed the 4-chapter stretch of straight Kaladin. That was, he's one of my favorites to see from him and Yasna, which we haven't seen in this book yet at all. I'm waiting for her grand entrance. Come on, book. But I need to install a light fixture because the ceiling fan wanted to come down from the ceiling, and I haven't had lights in here in a minute. And I've been putting it off, but now that we have a really nice long audiobook, I'm going to keep listening to my book while I try to install a light fixture. Wish me luck. And it is up there. We have light. I should probably change the bulb though to an LED bulb, but for now, there's that. And the glass outer casement that would actually make it look nice is not there because it's heavy, and I'm afraid that would also fall from the ceiling. So we're just gonna leave it like this. It's a little ugly, but it gives us light at least. Real quick update, because the memory card's saying maybe 13 minutes left of space, and I already had to replace the battery in the camera to be able to finish my May wrap up, which did not notice the camera turn off again. I think it needs a warning light to tell me when it's going to turn off or to make a sound, but it doesn't. Okay, what the update? So I am here about chapter 41 in Oathbringer. I got to the end of part 1 last night, and it waited, of course, till right there at the end to bring back Yasna. I need more chapters with Yasna and her perspective on things because I like her. But one of the last ones I read, though, was her and Kaladin in the room together for the first time, and them together interacting. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was, yep. And what Shalon found, though, there, right at the end of part 1, what she found out, how she did that was incredible. The only parts I'm not liking about Shalon right now is how insecure she is. I really thought at the end of book 2, she had kind of grown into herself more, and especially with her revealing that she was, a radiant, or what, they're becoming radiants or whatever. Her revealing that, I thought that she had grown into herself more, but now she's kind of reverted a little bit, like, because of the truth she had to reveal to save everybody. But yeah, so she's becoming multiple kind of people, and it's not good for her. And I want to see her recover herself more. How she is with Adolin, that's adorable, and I think that's probably her true self, or when she's with Yasna. Except now that she's back with Yasna, she feels more studenty again, and like she doesn't want to feel like that. She does want to feel like an adult who's independent, and she needs to just kind of merge those two. But like she can speak honestly mostly with Yasna. She's keeping secrets, which is dumb. She should have learned from her past experience between her and Yasna not to do that. That's going to cause a problem. I see it happening. But okay, now it's time to have fun going and editing all of that, and then I get to read some more. So I'll update you again maybe later today with what we have found so far and our next thoughts. Okay, so we have made it to chapter 50, not really at the beginning of it, or further, and the little bits at the beginning of the chapters are starting to no longer. I was a little bit thinking it was Yasna writing it at the beginning, but now this one said, we have claimed that world, and with a new avatar of our being beginning to manifest there. What? Like, who? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to do it. We've had like 2 chapters from Moash's perspective, which that does not seem like it's going to end well. I'm gonna go to 2nd Charles again though, and turn in these lots of books. Oh no, don't damage those pages. Yeah, I have a big old bag of books again to go trade in and see if we can find anything new and interesting, or if we're just gonna, build up more store credit. Time for the drive though. I will check in with you guys later after, a few more hours of listening to Oathbringer. Back home now after 2 hours just in the car, going and coming, an hour and a half to 2 hours wandering around 2nd Charles, not finding a single book that I actually wanted to get, unless they were brand new, and I was like, I haven't actually read that author. I don't know if I want to invest in a new book. So I'm gonna wait. And then the other ones, I just couldn't find a copy, period. So yeah. Then I went over to the kids section, and I was like, okay, I think I should probably get something not for me. So I got lots of books then for my daughter. And we are working on reading a lot. So that way we will be ready for school next year. And yep, she's gonna be reading, and I hear my neighbors yelling. So real quick, I got to chapter 60 something, I don't know, but Wit finally has come back in the book, and I'm so happy because I like Wit. He is just a sparkling joy of personality, and I'm so happy that Shalon found him. Yep. Okay, going back to reading though, guys. Bye. Alright, just got to 86, and I cannot believe what just happened to Elhokar. I mean, he was becoming a better king, mostly, and like he was trying so hard, and then he had that drawing that Shalon made of him, and oh my god. And I was listening to it at that point, and it's just, I wanted to tear up. I can't believe he was sitting there holding his son, and they did that to him. Why? Why would we have to do that to him? And of course, if Kaladin hadn't just had like that mental break, maybe it wouldn't have happened. I mean, and he was even saying the words, and I mean, just I don't know how to feel about Dalinar right now. And Shallan, oh, poor crazy Shallan, but I think her pieces of her, I think wit might have helped her, and she's, maybe. I wonder if that happened to all Lightweavers, though, or if it's just her specific trauma that, you know, she had to fracture her mind to be able to survive like that. I don't know. I'm almost to the end of part 3 now, and, yeah, we'll see if this book actually gets, like, finished today. It might. Of course, it would act up now. Go to start filming an update, and my eye will not stop watering. No, I'm not crying about what happened, though it is kind of awful. Got to the end of part 4 this morning, like, after coffee. And there were some pretty big revelations, like, humans weren't really from Roshar, that they are actually conquering peoples, that of course we couldn't live peacefully with the native Parsh people. I wonder what they were called originally. If they were originally the listeners or the singers, or yeah, I wonder if we'll ever find out what they were originally called. And news of this revelation has of course broken the coalition, because even though we're facing total possible extermination, we can't trust Dalinar because this, and we can't trust anything because we're no longer the righteous ones. Yes, your ancestors did come and they made lots of mistakes and possibly destroyed their whole other world, but you as rulers are failing if you're thinking that this battle is no longer righteous to fight because your ancestors were the conquerors. You have people now to protect. Like, it's not their fault that they weren't originally from here. It's hardly even their fault that they enslaved the Parsh people. Thousands of years ago, that was the decision made. They had no idea. Of course, it was wrong. They should have never treated them like that because they were a humanoid species. Yeah. I like seeing the different perspectives in the interludes. I don't get why we keep seeing from Vinley in interludes when she now also has her own chapter perspectives. Like, she's no longer an interlude person if we can get to see from her full time. Which is who we're at now at this chapter. We found out what actually happened with Dalinar and the Night Watcher, and the fact that it wasn't the Night Watcher, it was really Cultivation herself, which is why the memories came back and why it was different. It wasn't the typical deal with the Night Watcher. And yeah, she raised some questions because she called him like Son of Honor, which most people do, and also Son of Odium, and saying like she could turn him into a great weapon by taking those memories. What? So she did it knowing that he could somehow be turned against her. So how exactly is he Odium's weapon? Because he's sowing chaos without meaning to, but it's not him, it's Taravangian, which I'm starting to really, really dislike Taravangian. He thinks that great day of genius, you know, predicted the future and all of this, when everything, of course, everything says don't trust people who see the future. And through all that they've seen now, how is he and his people of the diagram not questioning that maybe this information came from the enemy? That maybe they're doing the wrong thing. But from what Vinley just saw in the little break in the chapter, when Odium's personified person came to kind of be like there on the banks of Thaylen City with them, he appeared to them as a Parshman, an older Parshman with a golden cane scepter. I don't think he's on anybody's side except Chaos, because he appears to one side as one race and the other side as the other race. So what is he doing? Just going to be with the victor? Just going to create whatever he wants, wipe everybody out? I think he wants to wipe everybody out and just start fresh. Okay, so I finally finished this last night. And oh my goodness, those last few chapters, like 120, 121, they were both like 50 to 90 pages per chapter, and just things kept changing. Little snippets, little snippets, little snippets, as you saw every angle of what was happening. Oh my gosh. I have questions though, like I have so many questions. Moash, I really don't like him. Really don't like him. I don't like Taravangian. I mean, just bad things keep happening with Moash, and he's just okay with it. Because he's like, well, I'm just a cog in the machine now. It's not like, you know, I matter or anything's within my control. I'm just happy doing as I'm told. And that blade that the Fused gave him to use, though, what was that? Where did they get it from? How did they know about it? What? I get that they're the dead ancestry people possessing new people, but how, what, where? Because the Heralds have been like still on the planet for millennia, and that's why they're all kind of crazy. So like, you'd think that they would know about something like that by now. And then the King's Drop, the ginormous ruby that, you know, had maintained its stormlight even underground for centuries. Why did the Parshendi want it? Was it the unmade inside of it? What did I miss? Because I feel like the red mist was already at the beach before they got the gemstone. And also, it couldn't have been the red mist and that unmade, because the thrill was already infecting people for, you know, obviously a generation. So why did they want it so bad? And whatever they did with it, they made this giant gemstone go done before Lift and Zeth could get to the beach to recover it. So what did they do with it? What was the importance of this giant ruby? They fought for it. Even after it was done, they fought for it to try to get back. So why? I need that answer. I'm probably not going to get that answer though, am I? I know there's things that I'm missing. There's little points probably, because this book is so big and so many things happening. I know I miss things. But please let me know down below if you read it and you got it and you see what I'm missing to answer those questions. I just can't. Like, I think there's going to be something with Rock that's coming out. It's got to be, because the thing that I said with him and his wife, and then him there at the end. I mean, he didn't really fight. He just used the bow and saved Kaladin's life. It wasn't really fighting, so he can't be like he was going against what he was supposed to do. And I feel for Rock, and it never kind of went back to that. And I also don't get why the Fused just gave up and ran away and were happy and just saying, oh, we're gonna win next time. This is how we'll beat them next time. You've had millennia to stew and you're more okay with the fact that, you know, you lost this one battle. I don't know. And the fact that Vinley is now a Radiant. We have a listener Radiant, and that is insane. And Wit. The book ending with Wit again. Like, every book ends with Wit, Hoyd, whoever you classify him as. I think the biggest happy point though at the end of the book was when Kaladin found the small group of Bridge 4 refugees, and they had the little princeling. Like, yep, seriously made me cry, because like they saved the little boy at least. I'm still upset that Elhokar died because he was becoming a better person, I feel like, but I'm so glad they saved the little princeling. And long may Queen Yasna reign. Thank you guys so much for watching with me though, as I read Oathbringer for the first time and following along with my first thoughts and impressions and spoilers. And for those of you who've also read it, I would love to hear your takes in the comments down below, what your thoughts were, what I missed, because I'm totally sure there's things I missed that are going to pop out later. Or if you just enjoyed this type of video, or you guys like the regular dedicated sit-down book review videos that are more structured, let me know. I do book reviews, obviously, vlogs, bookish unboxings, general bookish goodie videos. And I love when you guys let me know what your thoughts are, book reading plans, or if you're just enjoying the content. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing so that you'll know when I do put out new content. And I love hanging out and talking with you guys on our channel. Thank you so much for watching me babble about this and any other books, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.